That sky is pretty. Hello, Wonderland. Kelly here. It's another drive day. I'm driving home today from Florida back to Virginia. Hoping to make a couple of interesting stops. My first thought today was to get some macro and stop at some botanical gardens, but looking at recent pictures, spring is still not quite here, so not much appeared to be in bloom. So I'm going to save that for better season. But in the meantime, right now, I've stopped somewhere in Georgia at the Neck National Wildlife Refuge. A new one for me. It's really pretty though. Let me flip around here. It's a lowland, wetland, swampy. Looks pretty nice. There's a wildlife drive, and it's always weird to do a wildlife drive in the middle of an 800-mile drive home. But, you know, hopefully we'll see some interesting stuff. All right, come along. Let's explore. I haven't even gotten to the main loop of the wildlife drive, but there is a little trail. There's several little trails, loop trails along the wildlife drive. Sorry if my audio is not good here. I forgot the mic back at the car, which is a rookie mistake. But yeah, this little hike around Bluebill Pond, it's called. Productive so far. I've been hearing northern parulas, which are a little birdie. Finally saw one, got some shots of it. There were some ibis of various kinds. A little gator that was very cute, lounging in the sun. Good thing to do. And some teal ducks flew in. Yeah, very pleased with this place so far. There's some coots and moorhens. I don't tend to shoot those too much unless they have babies. The babies are cute. So ugly, they're cute. There's another little gator over there. Several. Good stuff. Okay, keep shooting. Okay, got my mic back. Well, that was fun. A little loop around the lake. Some good stuff. I think I got some shots of a blue-gray gnatcatcher, which is a tiny little, very quick bird. Cute. Had to dodge a gator on the trail again. I didn't get video this time, but yeah, that's always fun. Got some shots of it though as I went by. All right, now that took a little longer than I expected already, so picking up the pace a little bit here. This isn't a real long wildlife drive. There's just a lot of stops on the way if you choose to indulge them. So I think there's one or two more short ones that I might like to do. I can tell you though, this is a buggy place. It's only late March and it's already pretty buggy here, even though it's not that hot. So summer, this would be a nightmare. I do have bug repellent. Might spritz some on before my next walk, just to be safe. Okay, we continue. As wildlife drives go, I feel like this one is more about not what you can actually see from the car as you're driving, but it just kind of links a few different trails that have good stuff. I mean, now and then I'll spot a bird flying around, but it's not like I'm driving right by habitats. And in fact, there's a trail here called the Airfield Perimeter Loop. I'm wondering if this used to be like an army or military airfield, World War II or something like that. I'll have to look into the history. I did not ahead of time. I've got the brochure. I'll look at the brochure next time I stop and see if that says anything about the history of the place. But well, here's a bit more natural. There's a, no, that's a log. I thought that was another gator. There was a lot of gators around that last pond. Oh, there's a gator. Okay, yeah. Plenty around here, that's for sure. There is a trail around this little lake here, I think. I might do that real quick. I do see some egrets and stuff. There was a wood stork nesting area at that last pond too. That was pretty cool. Those are kind of ugly birds. They have skin heads that are black and wrinkly and scaly. Not very bird-like, but interesting nonetheless. Okay, so I think there's an, yeah, I'll stop at that trail and see what we can see. Oh, this place is great. I forgot to do bug spray and I'm feeling it, but I wanted to show you guys. Turn around again. Over here, in fact, all through here, there's all these little holes that you might see. And over here is who caused them. Well, hopefully you can see that. There's hundreds of little fiddler crabs. The males have the one big claw. And if I go over here towards the grass, I can actually hear them skittering through the grass, which is pretty neat. Good stuff. And then out in the water, we're seeing brown pelicans and terns, I think some swallows. Yeah, I'm gonna try to creep up on some of these crabs and get a couple of macro shots if I can. I've got the 85 millimeter. Because of course, if you watched my telephoto shootout, and I'll put the link up here, because I know you want to watch over an hour of me shooting birds in the backyard. But anyway, if you watch that, you know the 200-800, which I have, it does the best macro, its best macro at the wide end, 200 millimeters, because the focus distance creeps up quite a bit as you move towards 800 millimeters. So, and it's not great for macro anyway. Yeah, so I'm going to swap lenses real quick, see if I can shoot some of these crabs in the face, and then onto one more little trail. Yes. Okay, hopefully you'll be tracking me. I know this is a little squishy, but for macro, I'm going to go to manual mode. R5 Mark II, of course, that's all I brought on this trip. There's some more reedy type stuff. Oh, here's one right here. Let's see if we can... Oh, he's moving away. Sorry, buddy, I made you fall. Let me try to go around a little. It's a little firmer over here. Maybe, hopefully. I don't want to sink. Although quicksand has turned out to be a lot less of a threat in adult life than I was led to believe as a child, right? They're just all skittering away from me. There's literally hundreds and hundreds over here. But they know how to avoid me. Wow. Actually in danger of losing a shoe. If I go to this grass, maybe. Whew. All right, I don't think this is going to be successful. All right, well, I don't have time to chase crabs around all day, sorry. But I got some with the 200-800 from a distance of the mass of them. That'll have to do. If this wasn't quite so squishy. The challenges of crab photography. Okay, onward. Okay, last stop here at Harris Neck is the Bunting Loop Trail. I'm hearing birds. See a lot of little butterflies too. Small and large. But yeah, this is, I think, is a pretty short little loop trail, and then I'll be ready for lunch. It's past my lunch time already. And I'm about 4 hours from Orlando, so another 7 hours maybe of driving to get home. One more stop I'm planning on the way, plus lunch and gas and probably dinner at some point. Okay, let's walk this little loop. While I'm walking and talking, I had a comment the other day that said I was the Mr. Rogers of photography. I don't know if that was a regular viewer, if you're still watching, or just somebody dropping by, but and I don't know if he meant it as a compliment or not. It could have been meant in the look at this freaking geek sense. But either way, I'll certainly take it as a compliment. I guess I'm wholesome. I certainly try to be respectful, kind. I have my tagline at the end, of course. Yeah, I'll take it. All right, back to 95, still in Georgia, cruising north. Harris Neck, I would call that a hit. That's a place I would definitely go back to. The wildlife drive wasn't really much, not very productive, not even that interesting. But the stops along it were really good. It was a good variety of habitats and a few different trails and some overlooks and yeah, definitely good stuff. Very happy about that. Now I am about 100 miles from my next stop, so fairly close together actually. But I'm going to stop at a state park in South Carolina, I believe it is. And that'll probably be it. I'll do that one. There's only one trail there to speak of, and it's not real long. And then I will hit the road again and see if there's anywhere else to stop, or if I just want to push through. At this point of the trip, I'm always pretty eager to get home, so I don't want to take too long on the road today, but hopefully there'll be something interesting there. Stay tuned. We will check it out. All right, next stop, Colleton State Park near Walterboro, South Carolina, in the Disto River area. And I believe the river runs alongside the park. I see a sign for river overlook ahead. And like I said, it's a pretty small state park. And this is the only actual trail. There's a campground, I think, but yeah, the Cypress, what'd that say? Cypress Swamp Trail? Cypress Grove Trail? Cypress something trail. That's the only actual trail, and it's about a 0.3 mile loop, so pretty short. But we'll see if there's anything interesting. Well, here's our river overlook. It is a bit on the flooded side right now. Not terrible, but if I want to go out to that boardwalk, I need to convert my pants to shorts and take my shoes off, I think. I can do that. It's cold. This is neat. I kind of wonder what this is like when the river is at a normal height. I'm just sitting here. Since this is a short trail, and this is probably the most interesting part, and there's a lot of birds around. I had Merlin, the app, listen, and it was hearing all kinds of neat stuff. So I'm just letting them get used to me, see if they'll come a little closer. I think I got a few shots, but I'm not sure exactly what I was looking at. I was shooting a pileated woodpecker. That I knew what I was looking at. That one's pretty obvious. think I got a couple good ones of it, but it's cloudy. It was just raining a little bit ago, so it's really overcast, and my ISO was up to 16,000 for the pileated, so I don't know how good those will be. I'll try some more at a slower shutter speed maybe. This is a really nice, serene spot, surrounded by birdsong and heavy equipment working nearby. That part's not great, but yeah, the birds are nice. I noticed a bunch of little spiders crawling around on the boardwalk here, sheltering from the water, basically. So I got a shot or two of those. Hopefully that'll be good. Yeah. So I'm just hanging out here a little bit. I'm 5.5 hours from home if I were to drive straight from here, so making pretty good time. I can spare a few minutes to see if I can shoot some more birds. Okay, let's see. Well, it started raining again, lightly, so I abandoned my post. And I don't really have any other stops planned for the rest of this drive. I think I'll just push on through towards home at this point. So I'm sure this wasn't a very long video. Hopefully there was something interesting in it. Yeah, I'll get home, start editing photos. I really didn't take as many photos as usual on this trip because I spent a lot of time at the new theme park. So that was kind of the point of the trip, and photos were not allowed there yet, so kind of sad, very sad. I was seeing stuff at every turn that I wanted to take pictures of. It was killing me that I didn't have my camera, couldn't have my camera. Oh well, next time. Okay. So until next time, you know the drill. Be good to yourself, take care of each other, don't forget to be awesome, get out and wander. Later.
Saying that a face was detected appeared. Thinking, oh my goodness, I'm at the epicenter of innovation and I'm literally coding in whiteface. It felt like a movie scene, you know, but that was kind of the moment where I was thinking,